tough yards on the ground for this offense.
Well, he's a very special talent at running back, and in the future it'll be interesting to see if he sticks around. Obviously, it's a long season, a long way to go. He's got a lot of ability. He's got speed, he can break tackles, he can catch the football. No question this year, this guy is going to be the whole key to it.
Snags it, and he's open. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. Tulane right back to the line.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
The Power Cats have powered up the noise to try to help this defense on third down. Looking left. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Not a lot of room to make this catch. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field, on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Using his legs, it's Jackson. Pushes ahead for one. It's 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The fake and wants to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Manning. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Johnson wants to throw it. Complete. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball is going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Wildcats. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on all. You can play action and suck those linebackers up, so it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
And the point after is good. And here's the return. Couldn't find room for the big play. We stopped after a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of it. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Straight ahead, it's McClure. The defense there to make the stop. He barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the running back. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. This Tulane offense has a great drive going. They're going to go right back to him on first down. They got him blocked just enough and a good gain on that run. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. 2nd down to the air. It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter. First quarter in the books. Let's see how these two wide receivers are stacking up so far. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
Looks it in. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Touchdown, Wildcats. Special teams proving to be special. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Hey, kick it to him at your own will, man, because that dude has a jetpack. He can absolutely fly. You see why they got him back deep, man. Catch it, let people kind of get an angle on it, and he just goes soof and takes off, erases angles. His speed back there as a punt returner, man, is it dangerous.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. And he's going to try to return this one. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line, not enough to move the sticks. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. On the return. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Looking for space, it's Jackson. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll send the back in motion. Throws it back. He's going to run it. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Making the adjustment. Motion from the wideout. Johnson looking to throw. Trying to get behind the defense. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
Snapped it, and he has to have it. It's incomplete, and the comes up. Stop.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
You never want to say it's over early. I mean, we're here early in the game, but considering what the scoreboard is saying, they absolutely had to have that play for them to stay in this football game. And sometimes it just takes one great throw and one great catch to wake you up. They need to score a touchdown on this drive. They need to score another touchdown on their next drive, but maybe that's the play that turns things around for them.
Tulane with an opportunity on 1st and goal. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Neutral zone defense.
Defense had them backed up, and then they're in the neutral zone, and the offense will say thank you very much. And at this point on the field, I mean, I guess why not try to guess the snap count? Defense gets caught, still 1st and goal. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And wow, the defense was in there quick, fast, and in a hurry and shut that run game down. Like, they were ready for that. Second down now. A little more space for the offense, backed up, a little more.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Green Wave.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Motion from the wide receiver. Johnson wants to throw it. Looking down the middle. Pulls it in with one hand. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
How about the eye-hand coordination by the tight end there? That ball was not put on his body, wasn't put on his face mask, but he's able to stick out the big hand and pluck it right out of the air.
Dropped back on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Jackson. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. They want to throw it. He's going to fire deep. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Sends it back in motion. Maybe a double pass. Rushes on. Finds some time. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds, a yard short at the 49. Kansas State back at it after picking up the first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Working the big fella to the corner. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Jackson. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. Making the adjustment on the play. Johnson looking to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And this one is perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Green Wave with plenty of options here on second and short. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Holds on. It's Daniels. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Fresh setter downs going to the air. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Tulane right back to the line. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We kick things off with Arkansas taking on the number 4 team, the Georgia Bulldogs. And it's the Razorbacks looking for a second win after the opening week loss. So far, so good. They lead this one in the first half. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Kansas State will kick off as we get things started here in the third quarter. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Holly, what did you find out coming from the locker room?
Tulane's head coach told me at the half they have got to start dominating at the line of scrimmage. Here to start the third quarter, they have not been able to establish their run game. Being a one-dimensional team will not work on the road with this hostile crowd and this hostile environment. He said we have got to start asserting ourselves up front and show that we can be the more physical team. I'll keep you posted on if they're able to do that here to start the third. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Got 7 on that last completion. They might be able to take a shot on 2nd and 3. On the RPO, got it. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. Offense, quick tempo.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Right back to it. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. They'll try to get the first through the air. On the move. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Gonna field this one in tight quarters. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Kansas State will get things going as they take over on offense. It's Jackson. Sweet cut there. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet.
He's going to take a shot. Catch inside the 25. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
Man, I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Kansas State. And the stomping has commenced.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tulane offense takes the field to open the drive. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Finds his man on the RPO. Down he goes.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Going to try to get it himself. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Trying to take it back. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Running inside, it's Jackson. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
The play fake. Throws for the tight end. Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays. But there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
The Green Wave offense makes its way onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
They're going to ride this running back.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Hand off from the shotgun. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
This defense had its work cut out for them. When a guy can get out of the pocket like that, it'll be 4th and inches.
Really nice job by the defense that time. 3rd down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up 4th down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going. Here comes Tulane after picking up the 1st down. From the red zone, it's McClure. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Nice 1st down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
Hits inside, it's Turner. Good, strong tackle. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Leaves it in his belly. They get him stopped, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And the field goal unit is on the field. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. Tulane was forced to settle for 3. Bringing it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Motion from the back. Throws it back. Upstairs to make the catch. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself with the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking it.
Headed into the final period, both of these backs have been strong so far and looking to be able to finish. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Johnson wants to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Got a man. It's Oakley. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. Second running back set up in the pistol. On the ground, it's Jackson. They bring him down behind the line of scrimmage, and now he'll have to go back to work to get over 100 yards again for the day.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Laterals it back. Look out. Knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be an 8-yard loss.
Well, no doubt that's where the quarterback wanted to go with the ball from jump, but better job by the defense forcing the incompletion.
Those last two running plays, guys, were awful. Let's see if they try to convert through the air on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Here comes the heat. Got his man on the right. At the 35, he's loose. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. And another big play by this offense, and if they are playing, not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time on the clock, as a defense, stop us, because we're not stopping ourselves. We're going to continue being aggressive. We're going to continue trying to score points.
Makes the grab in their space. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Wildcats, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Run in the red zone. It's Jackson. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Johnson looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
That last completion was not exactly what they had in mind. Going backwards, they'll try to convert on third down. Release to the back. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
The most frustrating thing I see in football is when teams give up and they quit and they wave the white flag. It drives me nuts. You're on the field. Your job is to stop them. It doesn't matter what the scoreboard is. It doesn't matter how much time is left. Keep fighting. Keep grinding. You never know what can happen. Maybe you get hot. Maybe you make an all-time comeback.
From the gun, it's Turner. Turning it on. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down. Tulane right back to the line.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Shoots it to the left. A strike downfield. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Tulane. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, Dave.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about him after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they're now down 31-17. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. Last possession, the interception led to a touchdown, tightened this game up a bit, and now they'll try to get things back in order with this drive. They make to stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. Johnson wants to throw it. Right side, it's Jackson. So the defense uses a timeout here. 2:08 remaining on the clock. They didn't want it to get down to the 2-minute stoppage. The Wildcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Defense will stop the clock. 2:04 remaining. They'll have the 2-minute timeout coming as well.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
On to attempt to try. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns. A 21-point cushion in the 4th. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Short gain on the play before he slides. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Slings it downfield. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been...
And guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Extending the play. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Tulane right back to the line. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. He'll get rid of it. Pulls it in, it's Lewis. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
That last connection just a hair short of the first down, but it opens an array of opportunities on 2nd and short. Keeping his eyes downfield.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games, and we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
On the play. 2nd down.
2nd and long here. Wants to pass. Still looking. He'll try to do it himself. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. Tulane with an opportunity on 1st and goal. Got to get lined up to spike it and stop the clock.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and goal.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Takes a snap, wants to throw. On the move. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Green Wave.
Well, they've been calling his number, running the ball.
Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Maybe a miscommunication. That one didn't have a chance. Long way to go on second down. Or maybe a double pass. He'll pull it down. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Powers through. Touchdown, Wildcats. And they take it in for 6 more points. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Fresh set of downs going up top. A deep throw as the clock winds down. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes on.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.